everybody, and welcome back to Hof Bergmann version 1.1.0.0. As the thumbnail said, we are back at Hof. We didn't really have that much time to play with it before the Platinum expansion dropped. And while we're waiting for the next update to Emerald Coast, that will include some trimming of the fat and traffic, I thought let's get back to Hof Bergmann before the 1.2 update drops, where there's going to be a whole new fleet of stuff added to the map. And as such, we need to refamiliarize ourselves with what was in 1.1. Do we not? Melvin, what's up? Will Houseman and Will Nunn, welcome to chat. Caleb, do you know if that's do you know if the link you have is to the original upload point for this trailed harvester? Farmer G, I have seen a little bit of the slow-mo guys stuff, but not a whole lot. Waylon, how are you doing today? Snipper Buffo is in chat. How's it going up there? Have you thawed out yet? Because it was like the low 70s here today. We got in the car, it said 72 this evening. Rarely retreated, what is up? Welcome. Welcome to chat. How's it go? Hope you all have enjoyed Hof Bergmann yourselves. Mid-80s, dang! Actually, it's supposed to get up to 80 tomorrow, I think. We're going to be toying with the Gouville pack, or the Gouville pack, however you want to say it. Making some straw bales. We're going to be putting them up in our attic storage. We're also making some... What's to free SC? What's free SC? Free South Carolina? Are you starting some motion for independence? Are you talking about free Southern comfort? Oh, hot and sticky. No one likes that. No one likes hot and sticky. That's what I wanted. Oh, super chat. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see here. We have those controls. Okay, those controls. Those controls. Alright, what we don't have is arm extension controls. Let me try this other joystick, see what happens. Where's that at? Up, down. Built. Oh, extend. Let's see here. Extend. Let's tilt. Up and down. Left and right does that. Rotate does that. Oh, we'll use the other joystick. Alright, hold on, people. This thing up here. Alright, we need to map some controls. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. Open and close. Front loader. There we go. Raise front arm, lower, extend. Open front loader tool. I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't want to do that. Richard, I don't know. We're gonna have kittens or not. What's open and close? No. Raise arm. Okay. Extend. All right. Well, this is I have no idea what this is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna need your help, people. I got this thing working with a joystick, so I pull back, it goes up, push down, it goes forward, rotate left, it goes up, rotate right, it goes down. Pull it to the side, it extends the arm. But I don't know how to get it to open. No. No, it's none of those. Trio Gaming, what's up? What's up? Fearless, we're gonna get started here in just a few moments. All right. So it's right mouse button, left and right. So let's see what right mouse button, left and right does. Left shift K and left shift M. Let's make sure that it does that. Yeah, okay. All right. So it needs to be raise, no, open and close front loader tool. That's what we want. We want open and close front loader tool. All right. Now let's see what happens. Outstanding! GoldenEye, thank you so much, sir, for the $5 super chat. You are fabulous. Now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be, hopefully, putting bales up into storage. There we go. Oh, this is working out good. Oh, look at this awesome action. It's like I'm a pro. I'm an absolute pro at this. Farmer G with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Shadow Tribe 87, you're gifted a membership. Power Scopes, you've been gifted a membership. M9, welcome to the members channel. Melvin has been gifted a membership, and Will Cast has been gifted a membership. Now, we said we would talk a little bit about what is new in the upcoming 1.2. And one thing that I do know that is coming in the 1.2 update is a change to the storage that is here above the pig area. In fact, that is why we are putting bales in here right now, actually. Where a crane, a remote operated crane, is going to be available for you to basically pick up bales and place them into storage. And I believe also to take bales out of storage, if I am remembering correctly. Let's go to the next load. It would work with a bale spike, but you would have to remove the bale from the bale spike. Right? With the bale grapple, I can just release the bale grapple, and the bale becomes a bale again, and is then taken in by the trigger. Plus, I wanted to use more of the Gouville pack by using the bale grabber there. So it kills 2 chickens with 1 egg. Captain Kiwi with the 10 New Zealand dollar super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is a Hof Bergmann update coming soon. Has anyone ever wished, you know, well, you don't have anything else to do on the farm, but you can just go out and hang out the lake and maybe fish? Anybody ever want to do that? Just jump in a boat, motor around the lake, cast a line, pull in some fish, maybe have some nice smoked fish for dinner. Wouldn't that be nice? Hashtag coming soon. That's right, coming soon to a Hof Bergmann near you. The ability to fish, legitimately fish, with a fishing line and a boat on lake, and then smoke them bad boys for a nice tasty meal. That is just one of the many new things coming in the 1.2 update. Right now, as I understand, it's in beta testing. I will be eagerly awaiting the full release, and when we do have a full release, trust me, we will be putting content out on the 1.2 update. Pinned in chat is my Hof Bergmann Explained playlist, and that is current as of the 1.2 update. Oh, sorry, the 1.1 update. We will be adding to the Hof Bergmann playlist, Explained playlist, once 1.2 drops, with things that have been added and or changed with respect to 1.2. There's been some other refinements to the map. Some new crops have been added. Those that remember Hof Bergmann from Farm Sim 19, Sophile has been added as a fill type. Donai, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Grilled fish over a campfire, well, almost. Smoked fish over wood chips from a smoker. Eddie, there is a most likely will be an update, just like with 1.1. There will most likely be an update to a custom precision farming, because remember 1.1 also has compost, and in order to use the compost and precision farming, you need to use the modded precision farming that comes with the map as an extra. So I would expect that once 1.2 drops, then hopefully they will have made the appropriate changes to the latest precision farming update to work with compost on the map. So Sophile is a forage style crop that was introduced to Hof Bergmann in 1.9, or not in 1.9, in Farm Sim 19's version. That is coming back with a whole new way of planting that particular crop. Clover is coming back. And I look forward to being able to put out the Hof Bergmann Explained videos for you guys. So one of the perks of being a member is that when I update the credits list, around the middle of the month, your name will start to appear in the scrolling credits for as long as you are an active member. If you wish to maintain a membership after your gifted monthly membership, you can sign up to be a paid member using the join button down below the video. If you are on PC watching, if you're on mobile, you may or may not see that join button, depending on what platform you are watching on. In addition, on Sunday afternoons, we do a members-only live stream during our Assetto Corso Competizione Mayhem League race. We may or may not be running a race this weekend because it is Easter Sunday. Right now we have a poll to see if members of that championship are able to play or not. Alright, let's go get another load. While we fill this thing up. Something else that I know is coming in the 1.2 Hof Bergmann update is construction. That's right, people. I said construction. Just like Silver Run Forest, and you had the ability to build a boat. You have the ability to build a roller coaster. In the 1.2 update, you will have the ability to, well, let's form a better community. Let's build a bridge. So you'll be able to build a bridge in the Hof Bergmann 1.2 update. I don't know if you need to have the Platinum expansion activated in order to do that or not. I was reading through a changelog that I found. Don't worry, kittens will return. Optimus is here. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better. I didn't ask you during the race yesterday if you're still ultra congested. You didn't sound congested. So maybe you're not. Genetic J is... Uh-oh. What has he found? As far as I know, Optimus, yes, it will be the first map with construction. Then again, I'm not actively seeking out maps released on Facebook and other sites. Stuff releasing on the Giants Mod Hub is keeping me busy. Oh, well. Do like menthol... Oh, shit. Do like menthol cough drops help at all? You know, an interesting factoid that I learned is I don't think you can buy menthol cigarettes in Maryland. That's what I had heard. I'd heard you cannot get menthol smokies in Maryland. We gotta get caught up. Just having that bell there is a total pain in my butt. Let's see if I can do this in this view. Probably not, because I can't see. Oh, I did it! Maybe not. Pizza, what type of pizza do you have? And why are you not sharing with others? That's the question. Meatloaf, what type of meat? I'm not a giant fan of sausage on pizza. Honestly, I'm not a giant fan of pizza, period. This is working pretty good. I got a joystick for all the platinum stuff, and I hadn't used it since, so I was like, let's do a little front loader work or telehandler work. Alright, I think we are done again. Yep. Alright. We got some more. Some other changes that have come with the update. The shop has been rearranged a bit. From what I understand, the brewery has been moved off to its own area outside the farm. Some more storage areas have been added to the farm. I think the big update is the introduction of fishing. Where's Raz at? I know he always loved the fish over on what was that Oxygen David map that had the fish in the creek? Well, Captain Kiwi, it's expensive for tobacco. Lots of places. But those that have the habit have the habit. Yep, that's at Calmsden. Well, now you can have fish in a lake and actually collect the fishies. Beef, sausage, pepperoni, ham, bacon. So I would toss out the sausage, toss out the pepperoni. Too much grease. Too much grease. I get acid issues with too much grease. Well, Desert Ox, we are, of course, Hof Bergmann is chocked full of custom productions. One of which is grain meal. Right now we are making some grain meal because we're going to make pig food with it once we have some potatoes. Rob Woods, welcome. Your bales up there in the storage. Who was playing with the Gubil pack on their game saves? I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to make use of that as well. Remember, Hof Bergmann, we've got animals that reproduce, make baby animals, and the baby animals grow up. Yes, you will definitely need a new game save with the update. Because there are things being moved around, different buildings, new crop types. I'll tell you that from our testing, from the Mayhem, the herding cats that was our launch party, I think you will say that the square bale grab is the better bale grab, because it would literally pick up just about anything, including small tractors. Now we're just using a small forage wagon because this is what came with the map. Tookie, welcome. Welcome. We missed you the other day in ATS. We were hauling chlorine gas. Monday off, that's great. Is it all hands on deck for the weekend? Or at least for Sunday, or Saturday, I mean. Given the fact that it is Easter Sunday. Well, I thought I'd use the stationary baler here because I wanted to put bales up in that storage. And I figured it'd just be easier to do this in single player with a forage wagon. Fill up the baler, put a bunch of bales up in storage, and then repeat. Easter's slow because, well, until you have someone come in because they burn the dinner. We'll run Easter night. I don't have any reason why not to run. That's when you say, I can sell you a frozen turkey. You can have Easter Sunday sometime on Wednesday. And remember, we have the butcher. Scary butcher on the map. David, good morning. Well, you know what? Speaking of that, although not really, this video is brought to you by David K. and Matthew Young. Thank you for being farm barons. Are you serious? Turkeys don't move outside of November and January. Every day is a good turkey day, especially if you got a turkey fryer. Frying turkeys is a good thing. What's it? Is it ham? Is that the big seller for Easter? Darren was here the other day. You just weren't around. Six Wheelin', welcome. How's it going, sir? All right, off we go. Off we go to make some more bales. That's great to hear, Six Wheelin'. Great to hear. Yeah, I was thinking back. Hof Bergmann 1.1 dropped in early November, right? And then I think we had like 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks before Platinum dropped. Didn't really get a proper play on this map. So we're making up for it now. Schultz is here. Watch out. He's gonna steal something. Oh no. Are we back on your expected time schedule then? Captain Kiwi. Schultz is from the land of the lost. Cyberwolf, welcome. How's it going? I wish we were doing brews, but we're not making beer yet. Maybe another day. Oh, we were talking about that a little bit ago, but we've got some changes. Shop has been reworked. There is the brewery has been moved to its own separate area. Sill file is back. That was a crop added to Hof Bergmann in Farm Sim 19. There's a new way of planting sill file. We can build a bridge. Hof Bergmann may be the 1.2 update, maybe the very first map where we are seeing the ability to construct things like the Platinum expansion Silver Run Forest map. We also gain the ability to legitimately fish in a lake with a boat and a fishing pole. And then we can process those fish with a smoker. So those are maybe a quick summary of the things, some of the things that have been modified or added to the 1.2 version. It is currently in beta testing. So hopefully we will see soon that release for legit. And you know, when it releases, we will be hot on the heels with updating our Hof Bergmann Explained series. In fact, if you were not aware of our Hof Bergmann Explained series, I did pin a link to that playlist in chat, so you can come up to speed on everything that 1.1 has to offer. A new save is most likely going to be required because of all of the changes and rearranging of things. Oh, Cyborg, that's great to hear. Glad you can start re-enjoying Farm Sim. The winery. The winery is a really fun feature of the map. It's supposed to be 79 or 80 tomorrow here. That ought to be outstanding at work because the heat's still on. Yeah, we're in spring. Spring was March 20th, I believe. But we have here what we call fall spring. 1 or 2 times every spring, where we have some warm-ups for a few days to a week, and then back to freeze warnings and chilly temps for a week or two. I think that 1.2 might also introduce basically hoses, like manure system hoses. I've been trying to read a changelog that I found, that I translated over to English, and it's a little confusing, but it talks about hose connections. Possibly manure system hose connections. Oh, Schultz, that's what we call Virginia snow. Here today, gone later. Exactly, Will, exactly. Now, it may require a companion mod that's not been released. I don't know. But there are references to hose connections. And I doubt we're talking about pumps and hoses here. But, I don't know. I might be wrong. Tookie, you know what day that was released? That was April 1st. It was a Rickroll, as Genetic J mentioned, brought to you by your most favorite Farm Sim QA team. It was a link to a Rickroll. It was it being released on April 1st. Tiger with a 23-month membership, just 1 month away from 2 years. How awesome is that? So I was busy. I was what was April 1st? April 1st was Saturday. I was busy putting together my PAX video and putting together the Farm Sim mobile video. And by the time I went back and checked the Giants Discord, it had already been basically chatted about and taken down. Oh, whoa. Oh, let's go ahead and fill this up. So who all watched the Farm Sim Mobile 23 video? First impressions of the mobile game? course, we were not allowed to record actual gameplay. But we are able to really discuss what we saw and experienced. Chris Miller says, hello. How you doing, sir? How's it going? Well, Tookie, you can always go back and rewatch it. That's what's great. Yeah, Cape Cod. That was in the 1.1 update. Nothing nice to say, eh? Well, there's always next year. Always next year. Indeed, Farmer G, indeed. If you're into that type of thing, it's definitely worth checking out. If you're not into that type of thing, that's your prerogative, right? That's your deal. All right, now we should be able to load up lots of bales. David, it's in the works. It's in the works. Let me pull up a file real quick. We talked about, there's a second farm that's been added in the 1.2 update. There's some platinum expansion that's been added. It's a carpentry. We talked about the ability to build a bridge. The bale storage that we are putting bales in right now has been reworked, and a remote control crane has been added. Those of you that maybe played Hof Bergmann in or in FS19, I should say, may recall the crane being available down at one of the sell points as a way of selling bagged and palleted products. That has been incorporated over here at the attic storage. The brewery has been removed from the farm and has been placed in its own area. There's been 2 new crops added, clover and silphile. Both were from the FS19 version of the map. There's a new way of planting silphile. Silphile is a forage crop similar to corn, except it regrows. So if you are into making silage, then that is going to be a very, very interesting crop to get your hands on, because you can plant it once and harvest many. Let's see here. What else do we got? Fishing, right? You can fish for fish in a boat. They can drive around on a lake. And then you can take those fish and sell them or further process them with a smoker. Let's see what else we got. What else? What other talking points do we have here? Okay. All right, now this is I'm reading you a translated version of the changelog. The map now has got its own hose system. Wherever there are visible connections, a hose can now be connected. It should be noted that the hose system is optional and directionally influenced by the trailer. In general, this means that if the trailer has not been configured for the hose system, you do not have to use the hoses. Okay. Tubing system is easy to use as there's no need to carry or buy extra tubing. You can simply connect the hose from the vehicle if you're in the right place. The hose system supports liquid manure connections, small connections, so gas, water, manure, all liquids can be connected with a visible hose. So it's kind of like the hose. What was it? The hose is from FS17, where when you connect, the hoses appear, but you don't actually have to carry a hose around and hook it up. I don't know. If you're talking about the fish farm production, yes, it is literally, you get in a boat, you drive on the lake, you cast your fishing line, and you wait. And as time passes, you get fish. David, I don't know. I don't know what the PDA looks like at the moment. Alright, I'll have to get more. Oh, I think if, I don't know, Razak may have it. I thought at one point in time he was a supporter of Farmer Andy. And I was pretty sure supporters got the beta to do testing, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe Farmer Andy's changed it to a subset of those who are more trustworthy to keep hopefully limit down leakage of said map. Now, we're working on 1.1, the most recent update or most recent release of the map. That can be, of course, downloaded over at lsfarmingmods.com. There is a link down in the description. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and ding that bell. Ding it flick it with your finger. That way you'll get notifications because we will be publishing new Hof Bergmann Explained videos once the map is released. And we will also likely be posting maybe an update video to go into the map reviews playlist, kind of highlighting and summarizing the things that have been changed, but not really going into great detail on exactly how they all work. And of course, I would never endorse paying for mods. I would never endorse paying for maps. Now, if you wish to support a map author or a mod author monetarily via a donation, that is up to you. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with supporting a creator in that way. But in general, I would shy away from anyone who's basically putting their work behind a paywall. Now, a early access testing program like Farmer Andy does kind of skirts the terms of service, but he has a long history of releasing everything that he is working on. So that is a far cry from what some others have been doing as of late with true paywalled mods. And those I can never endorse. But hopefully within the next week or two, we'll see 1.2 drop for everyone. I'll be curious to see how many bales we actually get made out of this. Oh, then you'd have to pick. Farmer G, you'd have to pick. Maybe Hof and single player and EC and multiplayer. There you go. There you go. That's what we gotta do. Farm Sim Canuck, welcome! Have you thawed out up there? Oh, a third round of beta ink. It's coming in next weekend. Rabbits! Oh my lord. We're gonna have rabbits that are gonna produce like mad. You thought pigs were populous. I'm gonna buy one rabbit. I swear. If that rabbit reproduces overnight, I'm going to have a stern talking to somebody. I thought this was full. Oh no, we've already dumped the load, haven't we? Be very, very quiet. I hunting wabbit. So let me tell you a little fun story about my kid. So we're at PAX East, right? We're at PAX East, and we go. Kermit has got, by the way, Kermit with Giants, he's got some pretty eccentric tastes. He picked the restaurant. It's like this 5-star place, right? The kid orders a steak. It's like a $70 steak. Okay? All right, well, fast forward. He enjoyed the steak. He enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. Well, for dinner, for dessert, he's like, can I have dessert? I'm like, dude, I think you've eaten enough, all right? And Kermit's like, well, what if like what if I split a dessert with him? I'm like, okay. All right, that'll work. You can split a dessert, right? But you've had enough. I mean, I don't want you getting sick in the room. So they go and order a cognac brownie with ice cream, hot fudge, and fruit. And I said, oh, you just wait till they bring it to the table and prepare it. We're going to make it at the table. It's going to be a show. So they bring it out. They light it on fire. They pour hot fudge on it. They do all their other stuff. At the restaurant, he says it's all good. Later, he tells me, he's like, I didn't really like the brownie all that much. I just like the ice cream. Oh. I just wanted to share that story. That's right. He didn't want the... He wasn't all of that impressed with the cognac-infused flaming brownie. Just give me the vanilla ice cream on top. He's 9. He's got complex taste buds. They're very discerning. Alright, this will be the end of our bales. Oh yeah, that night was expensive. Chicky, we're not talking about that type of brownie. Oh, this is working out good. So, UMRV, if you haven't seen the community post, has also been updated to version 2.0. A fix has been put in place so the Guveel pack works with the added bale types. Amongst several other changes, including new farmlands. Pretty sure you're going to need a new game save because of the new farmlands. Genetic, it might not have been a proper brownie. It might have been a brownie with some municipal benefits. Tom, you are nuts for putting nuts in brownies. How dare you? Brownie's all about the chocolate. Oh, that's it. Fold this bad boy up. Oh, that just sounds awesome. Let's put this back and we'll get some of my desk space back. 40 hours into it already. Dang. So the Discord server that's got UMRV on it, they were getting set up for that. Oh, you know what? I had a nice piece of peanut butter pie for lunch. I don't think you have the ability to eject a partial bale. All right, let's go over here and see how much grain meal we have produced. Insomniac. That's all right. Farming's my chill. What's yours? That's the map. That's the slogan. I don't know what it is with kids these days, but I gave my oldest a Farming's my chill sticker, and the first thing she did was slap it on her laptop. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't put stickers on laptops. Jeez. At least she positioned it such that when the laptop's open, people can read it. So I did give her credit for that. Genetic J, are you saying I'm boring? Is that what you're saying? $4,500, $3,800. Just gonna take this grain meal back. I think I can store this in the silo. Because we're gonna use grain meal and potatoes. That's right, we're gonna have to harvest potatoes to make pig food. I don't think there is a hay elevator mod at the moment. It'd be nice if we had a small elevator for square bales, for small squares. But what we will have, M9, with the 1.2 update of this map, is that very bale loft will have a grapple system where you can place bales at the bottom of the door, and using a remote, bring a grapple down, latch onto them, and take them up into the loft. Before we lost Darren to Space Adventures, he had made a really nice working bale elevator, I think, in 19. Be gone, you foul beasts. Because over here we have our forage star. And our forage star requires potatoes and grain meal to make pig food. Schultz, we've lost Darren to space. He's now an astronaut. I think he's playing Star Citizen. There you have it. He's playing Star Citizen. He's space adventuring. So I watched a big tractor power video yesterday He interviewed a guy at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, from last month, related to the Gleaner 100-year centennial and the 100-year celebrational combine. Did you know the slogan, everything's cleaner with Gleaner? That was kind of a fun one. And it was kind of an interesting watch because the guy talked about all of the historical nods that they put into the 100-year centennial version of the Harvester, from custom graphics to custom logo, paint scheme. A bit of history for those that weren't aware of Gleaner and the combines. It was really an interesting watch. I highly suggest you go check it out if you're even remotely interested in harvester technology. Gleaner itself. The Gleaner is now part of AGCO, and they are somewhat being positioned alongside of Massey Ferguson. So that's the guy was saying that basically Gleaner was like the harvesting arm of Massey Ferguson, if you will. Made me really wish that we could get Gleaner in the game officially. That is correct, Will. He talked about that, and in fact, that is why the 100-year centennial has kind of an orange swoosh to it. It's the Alice Chalmers orange. Typically, farmers don't really worry about looks. They worry about performance and serviceability. And from what I understand, in the 100-year lifespan of the self-propelled Gleaner harvester, there have been a total of two technologies used to separate the chaff from the grain. With the most recent version coming in, I believe, the 50s, maybe. So for the last 70 years, they have been using the same flow-through technology, you want to call it that, for separating out chaff from the grain. And apparently, statistically, the slogan, everything's cleaner with Gleaner, is not just a fancy play on words. And that statistically, there's less crop coming out of the back of the harvester than any other manufacturer. But all I know is when I saw in a video. So I wouldn't say I'm a super expert on it. It was kind of interesting to hear some of the history of the harvester. The original harvesters from 1923 were galvanized steel as opposed to painted. Really, the thought process was that they were going to be sandblasted by wind and dirt in the Midwest anyway, so why go and slap paint on it? Function over form. Greedy Troll, welcome, sir. Welcome to the party. We're now harvesting our canola. I don't think we can do anything special with the canola on the map. I just bought some fields that were ready to harvest. Well, they might have the AGCO brand, but they might not actually have the Gleaner license, because remember, they've got AGCO Europe. That's one of the big things, right? And that's one of the things that I'm hoping that we see more of with the Giants office in Chicago, is the ability to bring more full-on North American brands to the game. Since we have AGCO Europe, they don't necessarily have the North American brands that compose of AGCO North America. Greedy Troll, I don't understand your... Do they still run? Who's they? Is there a message I'm missing here somewhere? Schultz must be missing it too. Let's just go check it out. Big Tractor Power. They put a video out, like I said, I think pretty recently on 100 years of Gleaner. You know, all the Fendt tractors I ever see are so dirty. What do you imagine a farmer that actually doesn't clean their machinery? Look, there's a precedence for that. But at any rate, I always try to look to see what the model is, right? Is it a 700? Is it 900? Is it a 10? Is it an 8? You can never read the model number because it's always covered in dirt. But they're almost always hauling liquid manure. It's kind of ironic. Oh, now that's an evil field of potatoes there. We are not harvesting that field of potatoes. Billsbub, welcome to the party. Having fun here, hanging out, talking about what's coming up in the 1.2 update of the map. Then of course we have, what's the name of that sideways harvester? Right? That's not in production yet. Apparently it can also plant and do other things. Yeah, there you go. Next at. Schultz. What is up? DB's in the house. Keep an eye out. He might drop some facts. Some factoids. Where is it? 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 I think it's pretty far out there for sure now. If they can remotely produce it in a financially beneficial cost, right? If it doesn't cost a lot more than a traditional harvester, but it has more benefits because it's wider. It's able to process product faster. You can use the platform to do multiple tasks like seed, fertilize, and harvest. So you have one machinery that's running through the field with one set of tracks. Then that's where you go, where you have a whole, then you're invested in a whole platform. So that's where their angle is. Not just in a super weird, wide harvester, but to get that that other functionality out there. Well, that's what they're doing tonight. I watched a video a while ago of someone that was kind of profiling the harvester and talked to some of the folks that were testing it out in the Midwest, and they were talking about the other features that they were basically designing it for. And one of them was definitely seeding. I think one of them may have been fertilizing. Yeah, we gotta trim the fat on Emerald Coast. Lil's gotta pull out, I think, a lot of the buildings and put them in as their own mod pack so that no one given file is larger than 1.7 gigs, which is the max upload size for a dedicated server web interface. Then we need to do a little testing around that, making sure we can still place buildings down. They still show up in the shop. They still show up in-game. Ian, how you doing, sir? How's it going? Been a while. Let's see here. What can we do? What can we do with canola? I don't think we have any canola production. So I think we might just be limited to selling it. And keeping it around. Oh, hold on. There. All right, so we have potatoes. Don't mind me because I am not going to be harvesting a giant field. Yay! All right. Good. Now we don't have to worry about that. Oh, Delilah, that's painful. That's painful. Did you come away with nothing? that probably paid for your ticket. Hopefully. Artemis, the farming is going well. The farming is going well. We are going to be heading over to field 27 after we get done with 21, because that is wheat. And then we are going to use wheat to probably make some flour. Probably. We could, you know, we could make dried grain. We could dry our grain, because dried grain is better grain. Right? $1,600 for dried grain versus regular wheat. Double the money. Tuki's always got to be different. Always got to be different. You did indeed, because this map has a butcher. And you bring meat. You bring pigs, cows, chickens, or goats. And you get meat. And the butcher, well, does his butchering. We also can bottle beer. We can bottle wine. We can make wine. If you haven't seen everything that Hof Bergmann can do, there's a playlist linked in chat. Well, I was a little depressed. We didn't have any barley. I mean, I could come up here. You know, and say that this is actually barley all along. Right? Oh, look, we got a field of barley. Hot dog. Hot dog. Now we can make some booze. Oh, that shop mod did look cool. That's the one that lets you, one, start an engine in the shop, so I guess you can hear what the engine sounds like. And two, lets you go into cab view. So you can look at the cab before you buy a vehicle. And maybe some of the configurations change the cab. So you can go in the cab and look around and see what's different about the configuration. Exactly. Exactly. Now I did grab the ear of Kermit while I was looking at the mobile game coming up, and I mentioned to him that, you know what, the prices screen in Farm Sim 22, it's nice and all, right? This is nice that it's sorted by crop. But you know what? I want to be able to say, well, what does the village shop? What does the village shop by? I want to be able to sort this by location. And I want to be able to sort it by crop. Right? Land market. What's the land market by? I'd love to know what that. Right? I would love to have the ability to change the sort. What do y'all think of that idea? Oh, just take that tree out. We didn't need it. Well, I mean, you can do that now, can't you? Oh, I used to be able to. That was in 19, I guess. So tune in tomorrow, where we're going to be making malt for our beer mash. And we'll probably get some beer production going. We're going to finish out our canola tonight. And then we'll probably have potatoes tomorrow. I gotta check one thing. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, well. There. Now we're good. Now I won't lose my barley in the morning. How many bales did we get made? Oh, we made 44 bales. Up here. Not bad. It's 1:40 p.m. on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday afternoon. So I wonder how many folks are going to be tearing this map apart, 1.2, to figure out how he's doing the buildable. What did you have today? What did you have today? My son has learned that he likes the boss. He likes a meatball sub with mozzarella cheese and pepperonis, toasted on an Italian bun, a little parma sprinkled on top. That's blasphemy, Schultz. Barbecue meatballs on a sandwich? No. 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 My usual go-to used to be a chicken breast on Italian with lettuce, tomato, onions, green peppers, pepper jack cheese, oil and vinegar, black pepper, and then toasted with Southwest sauce. Southwest sauce. But then, for whatever reason, they decided to no longer carry whole chicken breast. And now they carry the little chicken, cut up chickens. And it's just not the same. Oil and vinegar. You gotta get it right. Oh, black olives, no. Black olives are bad. Oh, what's supreme meat? Is it got roast beef? Does it have pastrami? No, Zipper, no. Never. That is wrong. That's wrong. The only thing you put on potatoes is cheese and bacon. Oh, fancy meats. It's supreme meats. Now around here, you can't use those, you can't use those discount sub coupons on these fancy named subs. So sometimes I get him a meatball with provolone cheese, and he doesn't really notice the difference. Dwayne, that's fine. They can laugh at me all they want. I know I'm right. I would get a pepper jack myself, but for the kid, I don't know. I think it would be a little bit too much spice. Ding! Fries with bacon and cheddar melted over top. Oh, rib sounds good. It wasn't the old rib-BQ, was it? That's not real rib. About the best thing I had for lunch was a giant piece of peanut butter pie. Lunch was a bit of a disappointment for me. They had beets. Nope. Not going to touch those. They had corn and lima beans, aka succotash. And it had a little weird flavor to it. I think it was old corn. Cafeteria has this uncanny ability of cooking the driest chicken when it is sitting in liquid. No, Ravenhawk, beets are awful. Beets should never be produced as an edible product. Well, you can eat them all you want. There will be zero competition from me. Eight-piece chicken for $8.99. What? That's highway robbery. Chickens deserve more. Chickens deserve far more. Sounds like a local grocery store around here. They have Cheap Chicken Tuesday. It's like that same price. It's like pickled eggs. Why? Why? Why do you do this? Why do you ruin perfectly good eggs? It just turns your entire car like purple. Does it not? I was watching a video, car video. Apparently Jeeps are known to have rusty frames, rust problems with their frames because of how they designed the frames, I guess around the wheel wells. Dirt and water gets up in them and then they get trapped, rusts the frame out over time. Well, first I've ever heard of that, but I've never owned a Jeep. Oh, I have refined taste, just not for those vile and nasty things. Oh, canned fish. Canned herring. I would get that from time to time when I used to go to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, you need to raise your good cholesterol or your good fatty acids or whatever they are. Eat fish." Trying to find it without being packed in oil. That was the problem. No, this one was a, I don't know, like, it's just a traditional Jeep. You know? It was a hardtop Jeep. It's like a Renegade or what it is, but it was just a hardtop Jeep. Optimus. I mean, you were talking about brownies being disgusting earlier. I mean, if we're lumping brownies and herring in the same bucket, that's a pretty far stretch. Yeah, the guy bought a Jeep for $1 and knew it had frame issues. Was talking about how Jeeps, I guess, classically have frame rust issues to the point where you can buy off of eBay and off the market frame patches to wrap around various parts of the frame that are known to rust out. Tell you what, salmon is outstanding as long as it's not overcooked. Overcooked salmon is awful. It just turns into this Sierra desert. It's a desert wasteland of dry. Well, what he was showing was how to basically cut out the rot, clean it up, do some rust protecting on it, and then weld in the patch. And the patch wasn't small. I mean, it was like, you know, it was like a 4-foot long pre-bent frame that just straddled the original frame. And it was designed then to be welded in place. But you know, one thing you can't build yourself, that would be a John Deere tractor, because they won't even sell you the screws to put it together unless you are a certified technician, because John Deere is anti-farmer. Just like Apple is anti-consumer. You can have it any way as long as it's Apple's way. That's John Deere at its heart. Used to be the way Ford operated, but then they wisened up a little bit. And now they let you pick the color of your crap. No, John Deere wasn't always like that. That's why the 40 series tractors are so popular from the early 90s. That was before they went all computerized. And you can still wrench on them. It's the new plastic tractors that are all like that. Alright, folks, that is going to do us for the night. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night doing some more Hof Bergmann live streaming. Assuming we don't have a map drop. That map drops will always take precedence. Keep an eye on the channel. We are streaming Hof Bergmann. We'll be harvesting barley. We'll be working on making malt. And then we'll be working on making malt mash. Barley to malt. And then we're going to take our malt and run it through the malt grill here to make malt grist. And then we're going to take our malt grist and add water and methane to it to make some mash. We'll then take our mash to wort. We'll then take our wort and add hops. And we'll take our cast off wort and add yeast to make beer. And then we're going to age our beer into fine beer. And we might even get around to taking raw kegs of beer down and putting them into boxes. Till next time, happy farming.